Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Great to have you with us. Thanks for being here. Welcome to Monday. Got the whole week in front of us. Just very exciting. Isn't that great? It's great.
It's great.
No interruptions of the work week this week. It's just, it's perfect. Really sheer perfection. We got a brand new bingo card. It's pinned to the top of Pat Unleashed on Twitter. And when you get bingo, you want to be the first to call 888-900-3393 to claim your prizes. $30 worth of merch and a box of cookies from Kexi.com. Starts in the upper left-hand corner this week with this.
The border is secure.
Okay. Someone had to say it. And we've got over Jeffy says, yeah, but Trump. Kamala's word salad.
I love Venn diagrams. I love Venn diagrams. You know the three circles? Yeah. I love Venn diagrams. You're just cracking up, right?
That's right. Right. Then, of course, there's...
Talking about the significance of the passage of time.
Yeah. Could be this word salad.
Significance of the passage of time.
Mm-hmm.
So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time.
Okay, gotcha. So one of those word salads that she's so famous for. Keith.
I don't buy it.
Jeffy. Do ya? I think I... Nanner sandwich. Usually that's in a discussion about Elvis.
Hold on.
Give me another nanner sandwich, man.
That little...
yeah.
Let me let Elvis finish his sentence there. I don't want to interrupt him. But that clip, what is it titled in the 360 there? Dun, dun, dun? Is it spelled D-U-N?
No.
No, what is it spelled?
It is on my board.
Oh, is it? Not on mine. It's dot, 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 dot.
Okay. I'm just curious. All right, good.
Then we have me saying Jeffy has watched every broadcast.
It's a fact.
Right there. You look weird.
You look weird. Your nanny looks weird. You guys are both weird.
So good.
And where's Joe?
Where's Joe?
Say it.
Say it! Say it!
Lying through their communist teeth. Grammar peeve. That could be many different things, but any grammar peeve. Fool me once, shame on you. You could fool me, but you can't get fooled again. Once, twice, 3 times a lady, and I love you. From the old Bush thing. Yeah. I can't do it.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Love that guy.
Keith with...
first world problems.
Jeffy says, I can't help what you thought. The numbers
don't lie.
There we go.
Keith?
Oh, I'm going to push an animal video at some point, I guess.
Mm-hmm. That's a free square. Mm-hmm. Lackey likes. Me saying that, though, I guess. Not what's-her-face from the Lumbee tribe.
Oh, Rhonda Lockley.
Then Chris mentions a side hustle and the movie Fanfare, which I think is in the other machine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, the one that died.
Yeah. The dead machine. We lost it. But we'll find it. It'll be there. So that square will also be available. All right. Lot going on. The assault to demonize J.D. Vance certainly continues. Jeez. I mean, they are after this guy like crazy. The big picture, when you go to the Drudge Report right now, is J.D. Vance in drag. I don't know what the deal was there, but they're making a big deal out of it because he doesn't like gender affirming care. No, he does. He likes to affirm people's gender. He doesn't like to change them when they're not old enough to decide whether or not that's a good move for them or not.
I see this picture.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous. I mean, I don't know. Was it a Halloween thing? I don't think they've explained it. They haven't denied that it's him. So I don't think it's just Photoshop, but I don't know. Is it a big deal if he once dressed? I mean, Jeffy's done it a million times.
Right.
Dressed up as a woman. So I don't know what the circumstances were, just taken out of context. Oh, here he is. Here he is in drag. He obviously loves drag. Okay, whatever. Is he dancing in front of children? Is he reading storybooks to children dressed like that? Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, here we go. It's from a group chat of Vance's fellow classmates and is from a friend of a friend. The quote here is, I believe it was grabbed from Facebook and was taken at a Halloween party.
At a Halloween party. That's what I figured it was, something along those lines.
Busted.
I mean, they're so desperate to try to make him look bad, to make him look weird.
Why are you gay?
So it's really bizarre. Yesterday, Nancy Pelosi spoke about that letter Joe Biden posted 3 weeks ago where he bowed out of the presidential race.
I didn't accept the letter as anything but a letter. I mean,
what the hell is happening? Hello?
I mean, there are some people who were unhappy with the letter. Let me say, some said that some people were unhappy with the letter. I'll put it in somebody else's mouth because it was I don't even know, it didn't sound like Joe Biden to me.
Okay.
It really didn't. So,
but what did it sound like?
I don't know what is going on with that clip.
That's really bizarre.
She is, she knows she's responsible.
Oh, yeah.
And she doesn't know how to answer the question.
And the president knows she's responsible, and he's really making no bones about it. He's pissed. Biden was also interviewed over the weekend, sat down for a talk with somebody. Do we know who this guy is?
CBS News.
Yeah, somebody in CBS, where he said this.
Look, the polls we had showed that it was a neck-and-neck race. Would have been down to the wire. But what happened was a number of my Democratic colleagues in the House and Senate thought that I was going to hurt them in the races. And I was concerned if I stayed in the race, that would be the topic. You'd be interviewing me about why did Nancy Pelosi say, why did someone... And I thought it'd be a real distraction.
And he thought it'd be a real distraction.
Named Nancy Pelosi by name.
Yep. He's clearly upset with her and with everybody who pushed him out. He basically admitted he was pushed out of office or out of the campaign. And probably part of the deal was, okay, we won't invoke the 25th Amendment.
Well, yeah.
You can stay the rest of your term, but you got to get out of the race. Seriously.
I mean, and that is the report that Obama told him that Kamala's on board when the 25th Amendment. If you don't step aside, Joe. Yes, sir.
Yep. And so, that was what Nancy meant when she told him we can do this the hard way or we can do it the easy way. So it's going to be up to you. So the easy way lasted about 3 weeks. She waited for him to do it. And then the hard way was just about to come around the corner and smack him in the face. And so he didn't want to do it the hard way.
But it does sound like that whoever was in charge of Biden's social media, Team Biden, the loyalists to him, were the ones that pulled a fast one on Obama with the endorsement of Kamala about 10 minutes after the letter.
Just to spite him?
Yeah, like, okay, this is what you want, then we're going to do it this way.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I wonder if that came from Biden himself. All right, he doesn't want her, so I'm going to endorse her. And we're going to make sure that she is the nominee. I bet that's what happened. Interesting. And speaking of Nancy Pelosi, here's a clip of her back in 2007 introducing Tim Walz.
Yeah, more Walz stuff this weekend. More fun evidence that he is stolen valor. Yep.
We'll hear from Command Sergeant Major Tim Walz. And I was so moved by some of what Tim has said in this. He said he taught these young people in high school, and then he had to lead them in the armed services. So he knows the potential of our young people and what we put at risk when we send them into harm's way without the equipment that they need. He will speak for himself, but I want him to know how much we all appreciate his service to our country, whether it's in the classroom or on the battlefield. Congressman Tim Murphy. Congressman Tim Walz of Minnesota. I was thinking of his state.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you're roommates.
Okay.
These people.
So there you go. There was an opportunity, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
okay. I mean, it might have been a little awkward there in that setting. So, yeah. Maybe you want to let that one go? Nah, I'm sure there's no other examples of him lying out there, right?
Well, we got this from 2009.
Okay.
A little clip from that.
My guess is they'll end up, the government, joining hands in some course of action. Then they'll feel they bought into it, and they'll go to the American people, the Congress, and try and gain support of it. You know, Congressman's a retired Army Command Sergeant Major with time in combat. I think he called this entirely correctly. This process is important. It's got to be deliberate. Because once embarked, and it's 42,000 killed and wounded so far, this is going to be tough work.
It's murky for me. I need to have one quick answer for both of you. Is there a middle course between giving the general in the field the 40,000 troops he wants and saying no? Is there a middle course, or is that just muddling through like LBJ did? Congressman.
No, I think there is, Chris, because I think it's different. I think we get a tighter mission on training the Afghan security forces, and I think that's possible.
So
he could have said
nothing,
something, right?
Yeah.
But he's just silent.
No. I mean, not only is he silent, he said it himself multiple times.
Oh, yeah, we get
multiple
examples.
times. There's another clip of Walz that's making the rounds.
Congressman Tim Walz, also a member of the Armed Services Committee and Veterans Affairs, Democrat of Minnesota, highest-ranking enlisted soldier ever to serve in Congress, enlisted in the Army National Guard at 17 and retired 24 years later as Command Sergeant Major and served with his battalion at Operating Enduring Freedom in Afghanistan.
Ooh.
Yeah, okay.
Well, no, actually, I wasn't in that. No, he didn't say that?
No.
Okay.
No, he didn't.
Not good.
He didn't.
Not good.
He gave a speech on the anniversary of 9/11, too. The transcript appears on a Minnesota government website.
Oh, yeah, let's see this.
We have that up. All right. In the years after that classroom, I had the privilege of serving in this state's National Guard. I stood one night in the dark of night on the tarmac at Bagram Air Base.
Bagram, yeah.
In Iraq and watched a military ramp ceremony.
Okay. Wait. The rest of that's inconsequential for this explainer, but I hear...
So he was at Bagram, and he was watching this whole thing happen. He was right there as it happened.
Bagram is in
Bagram is Afghanistan, baby.
So he wasn't in Afghanistan or Iraq. And yet he's giving a speech that's so vivid, this memory of being at Bagram Airfield in Iraq. I mean, if you're going to lie, at least
get the country right.
Right.
Wow.
This guy sucks.
Wow.
Yeah.
You were just in Afghanistan, right?
I was in Afghanistan and Iraq.
And Iraq?
Yeah.
Oh, you did both? Mm-hmm. Okay. You guarded gates in both countries?
Both countries.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you for doing that.
But the one thing also, Keith, I don't know if you have this.
Jeez.
The coin challenge, the official challenge coin for him as a representative, had the command sergeant insignia on it as well. So as he was handing out all this as a representative, he still was saying, I'm a command...
No.
This guy is garbage.
He was giving it as a challenge coin to military personnel.
I don't know, man. That's incredible.
He fits right in with the Democrat Party.
It's incredible.
And this is not going away.
So when you've never been to Afghanistan and you stand there and tell people that you're at Bagram Air Base in Afghanistan, not Iraq, not in Jordan, it's not in Syria, it's in Afghanistan. But he wasn't in any of those places. Wow. Well, because he had an obligation to run for office. Have you seen that excuse now?
No.
Yeah, he had an obligation to run for office.
Crap.
He didn't abandon his troops. He had an obligation to run for office, so that's what he did. I didn't realize that was compulsory. I didn't... that's interesting.
And all he had to do, to my understanding, was talk to the National Guard and say, hey, I would love to run for office. They could have given him a pause and still hold the rank.
Oh, right.
So they could have given him the ability to... Yeah, absolutely.
And they probably would have been happy to do that, right?
And then we'll pause this and then come back if you don't win. And if you do win, then you can still do it as a weekend warrior, right?
We could do the weekend stuff and still take the test and stuff.
Yeah, it did it. Tulsa Galbert did it.
Wow.
So they, according to reports, he could have asked for a leave, not full retire and leave.
Man, he just wanted out.
Yeah, exactly.
He just wanted out. He's like, I got ambitions and stuff. And by the way, did you see the tweet about Helsinki? Can we please put that up? Because, again, let there be no doubt. It's not just him nodding along with the interviewer on C-SPAN. It's this tweet right here as well.
The president undermined our national security this week at his summit in Helsinki. What's more, Tim Pawlenty and Jeff Johnson both refused to condemn it as governor and a retired command sergeant major.
Uh-oh.
I will never back down for protecting Minnesotans.
Uh-oh.
So as governor and a retired command sergeant major, which he wasn't.
Brutal.
That's crazy.
And that link, by the way, that story that he links is now a 404 link.
Oh, wow. Is it?
But his tweet's still up.
Interesting. The Harris campaign has admitted that he misspoke.
Oh, see, that happens all the time.
Misspoke about his past military service. Are you kidding me?
Because, Chris, tell me, as a veteran, that's something that you guys do all the time.
You just misspeak, right?
I call myself sergeant all the time when I'm introducing myself. Hey, I'm retired Staff Sergeant Kris Cruz.
So you just misspoke.
I just misspoke.
If you called yourself Colonel Cruz, you just misspoke.
I just misspoke.
Right? If you said that you single-handedly took Fallujah on your own,
on my own,
you just
back,
misspoke, right?
Just
misspoke.
Yes. And if I said I was in Balad, Afghanistan,
that's when you got your first General Star, wasn't it? When you took Fallujah,
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
Congratulations on that.
They gave me a Purple Heart with my first star.
You got to quit misspeaking, though, Chris.
Yeah.
You're going to start to mislead people after a while. This is not misspeaking. It is lying out your rectal cavity repeatedly. It's a communist lie over and over and over.
Yep.
And to be fair, we're not saying that he didn't serve.
No, we're not saying that.
And we're not saying that he's a bad person but what
no,
it is,
he's a bad person
lying.
for a lot of other things.
For the lying
and
that
the lying,
he did.
Yeah, it's really bad. Really, really. This is a big problem.
It is.
This guy can't be a heartbeat away from the presidency. This disqualifies him by itself. Forget all the socialism and the bad policies and what he's done to Minnesota. Forget all that. Just this is enough to disqualify him for the office.
Yeah, and I am looking right now. I forgot to look this up and verify, but apparently a lot of people were reporting this weekend that J.D. Vance's Wikipedia page was altered to remove his... it was basically hijacked, and his military awards were scrubbed from his Wikipedia page.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah, and...
the ones he actually rightly earned?
Yeah, I'm looking here. Okay, so now when you go to the Military Service Awards, I do see that they've been restored.
Oh,
but apparently those on the left.
It's a continual battle with J.D. Vance. I mean, they are after him.
Well, yeah, and especially in light of what's happening with Walz.
Yeah.
And trying to say, look, he hasn't done anything in the Marine Corps.
J.D. Vance is weird.
Yeah.
You look weird. Your nanny looks weird. You guys are both weird.
That was about J.D. Vance, I think.
Oh, was that right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
That was about J.D. Vance.
I enjoyed the tweet from J.D. Vance where he goes, I enjoyed sitting down with 3 of the major networks today to answer the tough questions any leader should answer. Kamala Harris has done as many tough interviews as Tim Walz has battlefield deployments. 22 days and counting of Kamala Harris not sitting down for an interview after being the de facto nominee of the Democrat Party.
And that's why they can't stand J.D. Vance, because he's well-spoken, he's smart, he's done real military service, he hasn't lied about his service. You know, the only thing they have on him, and they keep hammering, is what he said about Trump in the past. And a lot of people said things about Trump in the past, but have changed their opinion after his presidency. I mean, it happens. He turned out to be a much better president than many of us thought he was capable of. So that's ancient history now. But they're going to continue it. They're going to continue to bash him with it. All right, let me take a minute and tell you about Magic Spoon cereal. Remember when cereal was the best part of your morning? And then as an adult, you kind of rethink the kind of cereal you ate as a kid.
Oh, really?
You grow up a little bit.
Okay.
You think, okay, maybe a bowl full of sugar isn't the way to go.
Wait, what?
I'm just pouring milk on a bowl full of sugar. That's maybe not when you're 20, 21, it starts to bother you perhaps. But when you're 30 or 40, it really bothers you. So how about not as much sugar and a lot more protein? Magic Spoon cereal, all the great taste from your nostalgic memory, of when you sat in front of the cartoons on Saturday morning and ate a delicious bowl of cereal. This cereal has grown up with you. It is fantastic. It's high in protein. It's keto friendly. It's gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, wheat-free, naturally flavored, completely delicious. I love this stuff. It's fantastic. You'll eat it right out of the box as soon as it gets there. You don't even need milk for this, but it's delicious in milk too. Right now, give it a try. You'll get $5 off your next order at magicspoon.com/unleashed. Magic Spoon is also available in your local grocery store. It's magicspoon.com/unleashed and get $5 off. Magic Spoon. Hold on to the dream. Eat delicious cereal as an adult.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
So I don't know. The polls are looking a little iffy right now. Apparently, Harris has pulled ahead of Donald Trump, even in the swing states. Trump was way ahead in many states, and he was leading in every swing state. And now, for whatever reason, I guess it's just this Cinderella, this honeymoon period, sort of, where people are taking a look at her, and she's not 81 years old, and she's not, she doesn't suffer from dementia. She suffers from many things. Dementia, probably not one of them yet. So the Democrats are reinvigorated. They're excited, and they hate Donald Trump so much, and they hate J.D. Vance so much that they're willing to vote for just about anybody and get excited about just about anybody. She's getting some pretty decent crowds. I don't know how many of them are paid. Probably most of them. Because since when do people show up in droves by the thousands to see Kamala Harris? And they don't even know who Tim Walz is. They don't have any idea. Democrats don't know. It's like 71% of Americans have never heard of him. Maybe it's less than that now because it's been a week or so since he's been in the forefront. But at the beginning of this thing, nobody knew who he was. Tim Walz. What? Who?
Boy.
Where? When? Why?
You're not talking about Command Sergeant Major Tim Walz, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Command Sergeant Major
right,
Tim
they
Walz.
do.
Yeah, and you talk
They
about, the crowds are there. I wonder how many are, like you said, paid, because there are plenty of Craigslist ads that have been posted in these various cities. I don't know.
Looking for crowds?
Yep. So I don't know. Can't prove that they're going to that. But I did see that Nick Short posted this yesterday on Twitter. This is interesting. He said, looking at open source data over the last 14 days for Facebook, YouTube, and Google, the Trump campaign has been outspent by the Harris campaign by $23.8 million. So Harris has spent $27.3 million compared to $3.5 million.
So Trump hasn't really even started yet.
Yeah, that's curious why they're holding back.
I don't know.
Yeah, and then
it's making me nervous though. They need to get going here.
Well, and did you see that? I don't understand all the ins and outs of this, but where she basically just adopted Joe Biden's FEC filing number. So with the with all the campaign funds and stuff, it is.
Yeah, well, that's how they were going to finagle that.
Right, but now Walz is a part of that too, and he was never on the ticket that was donated to. This is. The
very
Democrats
shady.
just do not care about rules, laws, you name it. They do not care.
They make it up as they go along. They couldn't care less. It's what they did to Bernie Sanders too with the superdelegate thing. They don't care about democracy as much as you hear them screaming about the non-existent democracy that they love so much. They certainly don't back it up with their actions. That's for sure. So, but it is, it's getting a little nerve-wracking now because they're also they've got the convention coming up. That's going to give them another little spike.
That's next week, yeah. Yeah, and I didn't like the development last week in Maricopa County where the local election chief is refusing to clean up the voter rolls there. So you've got
Why would you clean up the voter rolls?
Yeah, you've
Keith?
got
Why would you
illegals
do
voting in Maricopa County, which we know is the center of election integrity.
The dead people are counting on getting involved in this election. They're counting on it. You don't want to take them off the rolls now, do you?
Yes, I'm a little concerned that Arizona's going to stay blue.
Oh, jeez.
Yep. So yeah, it's definitely
it's concerning. It really is very concerning right now. I think it's going to go away. I hope it goes away. We'll return to normal by September-ish. I hope. But early voting starts in some places in September.
September 20th.
The 20th.
Yep.
Wow, so 2 months ahead of time almost.
It's ridiculous.
That's asinine.
I don't know. But did you, I don't know if we have a place, can you put up the paper ballot thing? I don't know if this is...
Is this Virginia?
No, this is a tweet from Kamala Harris. I would love someone to ask her about this tweet from 2019.
Paper ballots are the smartest, safest... What year was this?
2019.
Oh, okay. Paper ballots are the smartest, safest way to ensure your vote is secure against attacks by foreign actors. Russia can't hack a piece of paper like they can a computer. We introduced the Secure Elections Act to ensure our elections are safeguarded. We must be ready. What, are you casting aspersions on the election process?
Now,
these hypocrites.
I know.
Oh, my gosh.
So David Muir and Lindsay Davis are the ABC News pair that will be handling the only debate that we have confirmed so far, ABC News, September 10th. Please, can we ask her about, do you still support paper ballots? I mean, they should put up that tweet.
Please, yes, please.
And say, Madam Vice President.
How do you not ask about that? How do you not?
Please.
Unless you don't know it exists.
Well, that's why I tagged David Muir and Lindsay Davis over the weekend with this. I'm sure they'll see.
I'm sure
that Keith Malinak
they
guy's
pour
Twitter
over
account.
all of your tweets.
As they should.
Yeah.
A hell of a follow.
Yeah. And Kamala Harris is making the rounds, giving very similar speeches. Check this out.
So good to be back in Michigan. Listen, let me tell you, I am clear. The path to the White House runs right through this state. And listen, I am clear. The path to the White House runs right through this state. I took on
Michigan and Wisconsin?
Of all kinds. I took on perpetrators of all kinds and had a summer job at McDonald's. I had a summer job at McDonald's. So hear me when I say. So hear me, Detroit, when I say. I know Donald Trump's type.
That's so funny.
Donald Trump's type. And are we ready to fight for it? And are we ready to fight for it? And when we fight, we win.
Good job by Jesse Waters there.
Kamala's plagiarizing herself and...
Good stuff, yeah. That's great. It just shows what phonies they are, I mean, I know, I recognize that you're not writing a specific speech, a separate speech for every single stop you make. But come on, change it up a bit, maybe. Just a little bit? No.
Run it through ChatGPT just once. Just once. Run it through ChatGPT and remix this.
But I mean, in this day and age, that would be so easy.
Yes.
So easy. Oh, man.
Clearly, the same hard drive from Wisconsin made it on the plane for the trip to Michigan, too. That's fun.
So the road to the White House runs through Wisconsin and Michigan.
At the same time.
At the same time. All right. Okay. And nobody bats an eye at that in the Democrat Party. They're like, okay, can you not pretend like you're really into what you're saying here? Because you just said it at your last stop. Okay? We're not that stupid. But that's what they do. They pander wherever they go.
Hey, tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern, Donald Trump is getting interviewed by Elon Musk on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, this should be good. That should be good. This is the kind of stuff he needs to be doing. More coming up.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
tweets here. Jimmy Dimples tweets, so they're giving J.D. Vance flack that he was in drag for Halloween. Are they assuming his gender? Throwing shade on how he lives his life?
Right. So
are they bigoted and prejudiced?
Brave, Pat. He's brave.
Brave, yeah. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to do. Chuck Shazam Bartowski. Why would the left downplay JD for wearing drag when they should be doing the opposite?
Yep.
They should be praising him.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Tamara B. It's one thing to dress up for a costume party. It's another thing to expose your junk and twerk in front of children. You think? Huh. Carl Smith, did Joe just tell the truth for the first time, admitting that it was Nancy Pelosi leading the charge to get him to step aside? Flensborg B, misspeaking, also known as lying. Slutty Plastic tweets, I frequently forget my former rank in the military. It was such an inconsequential part of my life that totally consumed it for 8 years. It's bound to happen,
Sure.
you know?
Yeah. Mistakes were made.
Sons of Thunder, 44. Election integrity is a prime example of an oxymoron. Lately, that seems to be kind of true. So back to Kamala's speeches from the weekend that I'm sure these are going to turn you around. If you weren't a big Kamala fan, you will be now because, wow. She gave a beautiful speech in Nevada over the weekend where she made a promise that sounds awfully familiar.
Because when I get to office, we are going to not charge taxes on tips, people making tips.
June 9th.
Eliminate taxes on tips for
August 10th.
service and hospitality workers.
Oh, wow. Wow. Where'd you get that idea? What a good idea. I wonder where that came from. Huh. Oh, my gosh.
Brutal. I mean, that was such
really?
a clear Trump original.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And that has gotten traction. And so
everybody knows about it.
Everybody knows about it.
They know he's the one that proposed that in the first place.
And by the way, what's his name? Our favorite representative, Thomas Massey, tweeted, hey, you could do this something right now, Vice President.
What?
You can just pass the bill that we introduced about no tipping on tasks today.
Yeah.
Just
or
tell
no
you,
tax on tipping.
Yeah,
just one of the two.
Or TAS.
No, yeah.
No tipping on TAS.
Or no tax on tipping, or no TAS on TAS.
No tipping on TAS.
Okay. All right.
I mean, that's what he said.
I did.
I love you.
I love you guys even more.
Did you notice that at the, I saw a report that at the Arizona rally for Kamala, remember, Democrats and Kamala Harris, they think it's abhorrent to have people show their ID before they vote.
It is.
Apparently, you had to show your ID before you could enter the Arizona speech for Kamala Harris.
Seriously?
So, in other words, you have to show it to get into her speech, but not if you have to vote for her.
Well, how are you going to pick up your check at the end of the day?
I cannot. Thank you.
How are you going to pick up your check?
Right.
It's ID
for showing up
$100,
in the speech. Yeah.
You know? And that's just me saying, I don't know if it's true or not.
That is weird. Yeah. Why would you show your ID when you go into a speech?
And have you noticed with her speeches, she keeps talking about all the stuff she's going to do to fix the economy on day one. And to Thomas Massey's point on the no tips
for
on
3.5 years, Puddin'.
Yeah, she could have passed the no tips on TAS bill. And then here we are. But But she's out there talking about how terrible the economy is, and how she's going to fix it on day one. And it's like, do people realize this is her administration that is responsible for this economy sucking so badly? And I thought it was funny when Chad Felix Green was like, wait a minute. It was like just the other day that Biden in that interview he did with CBS was talking about how great the economy was rescued by him. It is a mind melt when you've got the president saying, I rescued the economy. At the same time, his vice president giving a speech saying, I'm going to make the economy better. I can't with this.
It's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing.
Yes.
Jonathan Karl at ABC News noticed the familiarity of her latest announcement.
Last night, we saw a big speech in Nevada by Kamala Harris, and she came out for no tax on tips. Where have I heard that before?
All right.
How about that? Jonathan Karl who hates Trump. Mm-hmm. But he noticed to the point where, you can't ignore this one. He also asked Amy Klobuchar why Kamala Harris hasn't been doing any interviews.
Kamala Harris has yet to hold a press conference. She's been in this now 21 days. She has yet to do a single interview. Mm-hmm. Why is that? And is that going to change?
21 days, Jonathan.
3 weeks?
Running for president.
It's not very much.
Before that, she did tons of interviews. She's done interviews with you. She's done interviews. I'm sure she's going to do interviews.
Okay.
Not as the nominee.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
21 days. Come on. Give her a minute, will you? That's only 3 weeks. Come on.
So weird.
I can't stand these people. I can't take it.
Are you excited that later this week, Kamala Harris is going to unveil her plan to fix the economy that's doing great?
I can't wait.
It's coming up.
Mm-hmm. If it's not broken, why fix it?
Right.
Why would you fix it day one? Huh. That's weird. And since she isn't doing interviews, we got to watch her older interviews. Like Amy said, she's done interviews in the past. So
what do you want?
We're going back to them, like when she was asked who her favorite rapper is.
Best rapper alive.
Alive.
Tupac.
Yeah, he's not.
Wait, what?
Alive.
You said he lives on.
But not alive. I know.
Don't try to save her.
No, she did. She already did.
Listen, West Coast girls think Tupac lives on. I'm with you. I'm with you. So Tupac, keep going.
Keep doing that.
Oh, jeez.
Who would I say? I mean, there's so many. I mean,
Yeah, that's my problem too.
There are some that I would not mention right now because they should stay in their lane. What? But others
I know what that means. I want to know who one of those are.
Keep moving.
Okay,
Keep moving, Angela.
All right. That was not supposed to be a stumper either. What about
Yeah, she's stumped by who her favorite rapper is.
Goodness.
Why? She doesn't know any? She knows Tupac, and he's not alive. Hasn't been since, is it 97, 96, 97? When was he killed?
Oh, in the 90s.
Long time ago.
Sure. I mean,
long time ago.
Shame on me because normally
somebody should give her that news flash.
Normally, I celebrate that day in memory. Just like, it's Tupac.
Well, it's a hard question, Pat.
It is tough.
Who is your favorite artist?
Boston.
Oh, sorry.
Foreigner.
Okay.
Probably fairly close to tied.
I thought it was a hard question.
Yeah. No, not really. not really a hard question, Chris.
So hold on.
But it's reminiscent of, these people are such phonies. It's reminiscent of Obama back in the day when he couldn't name his favorite White Sox player.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, this is that moment in the broadcast booth. Oh, you might have it in there. While you're looking for that, we've got to play. I don't know what she was doing there, and maybe I'm reading too much into it, but about 10 seconds in, after she asked that question, she goes, they keep doing this.
Oh, she's addressing.
I think she's thinking, and you correct me if you have a different take on this, Chris. I think she's saying, my staff keeps letting these interviewers ask questions that I wasn't prepared for. You had to be prepared for who's your favorite living rapper?
Remember this?
I thought that...
favorite White Sox.
The truth is that a lot of the Cubs I like too. I did not become a Sox fan until I moved to Chicago.
Okay.
So he can't name a single one. It's his favorite team. He loves them. But he can't name one White Sox player that is his favorite. Seriously?
When did Obama move to Chicago? And when was that interview? Was that interview... Was he already president?
I think so.
2009-ish?
I think so.
Well, then again, it's a difficult question. Pat, who is your favorite player in the NFL?
Wow. Okay, that is tough.
That actually is tough.
That is tough because I like NBA players too.
But see, the difference is you can.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so somewhere around 1979, 1980, he moved to Chicago. So he only had the 28 years, 29 years to come up with a Chicago White Sox.
Not in 28 years. Come on.
I mean, I'm sitting here. I'm not even a White Sox fan, and I've got names going through my head. I like, stop, bro.
He couldn't name one. Name somebody currently on the team at that time.
Like literally, you're looking down on the field. Just point to your favorite player right now, Barack.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
But
These people are so phony.
He was such a fraud.
Yes.
And we were told he was such a tremendous basketball player. And then we saw him play, and it's like, wait, what?
Kids were beating him.
Yeah. And he can't throw a baseball. I mean, he's not athletic at all. Did you see him throw the pitches?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, yeah.
We used to have those at the ready at all times just in case it came up. But he one of those.
Seriously, it looked like the first time.
And it didn't even make it to, like halfway to the plate.
And he was not even at the mount.
Yeah.
He was halfway.
He was already halfway.
As we have this discussion and we're having these flashbacks to Barack Obama and our frustrations on the right in 2008, and we're like, how are our friends and family and neighbors not seeing it? This guy is evil. He's a phony. He sucks. He's going to destroy this country. I'm having the same feelings with Kamala Harris right now.
Definitely.
And it's like, wake the hell up, America.
Okay, let's take a look at Barack throwing out the first pitch.
What in the world? How do you?
One more time. Do it again.
If
he acted like, I nailed it. I nailed it. No. It's incredible. He's like 10 feet from the plate, and he still can't do it.
And he's proud of himself.
Oh, my gosh.
Boy, how do you not laugh in his face if you're catching that ball?
I don't know.
And you're just like, bro,
I don't know.
Here's the ball.
You got to love the guy a lot not to laugh at that, because that was pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. All right. Let me tell you about preborn. These are people who are doing God's work. Saving babies. Is there anything more important than this? Fantastic job that they do, because not only do they save babies, but then they give support to the mother and the baby after the birth. They introduce mothers to their baby through an ultrasound. That costs $28. Just $28 doubles the chance that the baby is going to be born alive. So your donation of $28 could absolutely save a life. If you could afford $140, that's 5 ultrasounds for 5 women. Maybe you could do $28 a month. Whatever you can afford, please, with your best gift, dial pound 250, say the keyword baby. That's pound 250, keyword baby, or just visit preborn.com/Pat. Every baby deserves a chance at life. Preborn.com/Pat.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Then there was this comment from Barack Obama, whose favorite team was the White Sox. And where do they play?
Living close to what was then Kaminsky Park.
Kaminsky Park.
Went to a couple games and just fell in love. And the nice thing about
they didn't even know the name of the park.
Blue-collar baseball.
Come on, man. Seriously? Kaminsky? It's Kaminsky Park. I don't live in Chicago. I'm not a White Sox fan. We all know the name of the stadium they play in.
Well, I mean,
except for him.
I think most Americans do.
I think so. Right.
But
I think you're right about that.
Wait, why are you attacking me? Because I don't know that place.
Okay.
Why are you attacking me, bro?
There you go.
There you go. That's who he was attacking, though. You. He wasn't implying that Barack Obama was born anywhere but the United States of America.
It kind of worked that way, didn't it?
It kind of did, but no. Joe Rogan also caused an uproar on Friday when he said this about Robert Kennedy Jr.
That's just what they do. That's politics. They do it on the left. They do it on the right. They gaslight you. They manipulate you. They promote narratives. And the only one who's not doing that is Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
You a fan?
Yeah, I am a fan. Yeah, he's the only one that makes sense to me. He's the only one that he doesn't attack people. He attacks actions and ideas, but he's much more reasonable and intelligent. I mean, the guy was an environmental attorney and cleaned up the East River. I mean, he's a legitimate guy. Before anybody started calling him an anti-vaxxer, which I thought he was too. I thought he was this nut, this like conspiracy theorist nut, until I read his book. I read The Real Anthony Fauci, and I'm like, what is – how much of this is real? Because if it's all real, this is insane, and we live in a world where we're being manipulated by these health organizations that are being paid by the pharmaceutical drug interests. And these pharmaceutical drug companies are pumping these products out into the population and telling us that we need them, and then making insane amounts of money. And then also the government is in on it, and also they share a patent with Moderna, and also they share profits, and there's $700 million, however much money was made, whatever the number is that these guys made off of these products. Like, this is, all of it is crazy. There's the revolving door between the CDC and the FDA and then these pharmaceutical drug companies. So the people that make the regulations then go on to have these cushy jobs with the pharmaceutical drug corporations. Like, oh, nothing to see here. It's like, it's open. It's right out in the open.
Right.
And when he talks about all that stuff in his book, you're just like, what the man? If this wasn't true, he would be sued.
Yeah. But
so it seems to be true.
Yeah.
And it's a scary thing because people don't want to talk about it because they don't want to be attacked. They don't want to be called an anti-vaxxer. That's a big one.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was
surprised he endorsed him though, right?
No, that's what people interpreted that clip of being an endorsement.
As an endorsement.
That was what the headline was following that moment from his show.
So Donald Trump responded because Trump sees him all the time at the UFC matches,
right?
And he gets wildly cheered when he's in there, and Rogan seems to respond really well to him. So here's what Trump tweeted out after this, truthed out. It'll be interesting to see how loudly Joe Rogan gets booed the next time he enters the UFC ring. MAGA 2024.
Can we stay focused, please?
I know, I wish we would. Yeah, don't worry about Joe Rogan and what he's doing or saying.
And honestly, why at this point are you worrying about Kennedy?
Yeah.
By extension.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Yeah, that's true. I mean, yes.
Stay focused.
Please.
Kamala, that's your message.
And there's so much to focus on with her. There is so much you could legitimately inform the American people about. This is a Marxist ticket. Do you want Marxists in the White House again? We just got rid of Obama 8 years ago. We don't need more Marxists in there. Please focus on the task at hand. More coming up in just a minute.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Welcome. I got some tweets here. More BS tweets. The polls favoring Kamala will give her a good reason to call it a cheated election when she loses in November. You know it's the plan. We all know. OG Thor, it would also be nice if the GOP candidate would attack the opposition rather than Project 25, Heritage Foundation, Brian Kemp, Kyle Rittenhouse, and Joe Rogan.
Yes.
Yep. I haven't seen him attack Kyle Rittenhouse. Has he? Has Donald Trump attacked him?
Did Trump attack Rittenhouse when Rittenhouse endorsed RFK?
Yes. Okay. And then they had a conversation, and then he backpedaled and said, Trump, MAGA 2024.
I almost feel like it's almost like whack-a-mole with Joe Rogan and Kyle Rittenhouse and Project 25. Why are we doing this over here, playing this game, when we got Kamala over here? She's already stolen the nomination.
Right.
Now you're going to just be
You got a guy with stolen valor. So stolen nomination, stolen valor. We got plenty going on with the Democrats.
Perfect for a Trump attack.
Focus on them. Alan Bludgett, Kamala doesn't care about hospitality workers so much that she can't even say the word hospitality workers.
I noticed that too.
Eliminate taxes on tips for service and hospitality workers.
Hospitality.
Also hospital people.
Hospitality. Oh, okay. Love those hospitality workers, don't you? Pat's crinkled headphone cord. What exactly is hospitality? I haven't heard that word before in 52 years. That's so good.
Yep.
So the Olympics ended last night, and I guess people were pretty excited about the closing ceremonies. I didn't watch it actually, but I heard that Tom Cruise did kind of a cool thing. He jumped off. He jumped off the stadium. He was at the top of the stadium.
Yeah. I got a
jumped off.
We're not allowed to play that, of course.
Of course not.
So
but we do have an artist rendering of it.
Yeah, I've been working on this.
So this is probably spectacular, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
So
Look at that.
This is the stadium, right? And so this right here is Tom Cruise.
Yeah, well, obviously.
And you can tell because it says Tom, and then there's an arrow.
Well, and it's such a good likeness of him.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That means a lot coming from you. This right here is like that little, the little wire.
The little dots about him coming down?
Yeah, because he had to like...
the zip line, yeah.
What's it called? A zip line? Yeah. And so then he comes down here, and obviously... You know, this is now. This is where I took a little bit of liberties and just kind of put the torch and the rings in there, just so it would kind of enhance. But it was kind of neat, right?
Yeah,
him coming down like that.
That's cool. Yeah, it was cool.
Because Lady Gaga did that at the Falcons Choke Job Super Bowl. There came down at halftime. That was cool.
Oh, right.
I think it was cooler when she did it because she just dropped off the screen.
Yes.
He came down. He's like, slow, fast, slow. I'm old. This isn't as fun as it could have been.
And he sure looked like he was old. Holy cow.
Yeah, he's aged a little bit, but, you know, who hasn't? Who hasn't? It's just that we're not used to it with him.
No, we're not.
Right?
Because
L. Ron Hubbard, and, you know, he made a deal with his severed head or whatever it is
Thank you.
to live forever. And
Scientology
now it's starting
works.
to wear off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so they're coming to L.A. in 4 years.
Yeah. That'll be cool.
I know we've talked about it, but where are the Winter Olympics in 2026? I keep forgetting.
I don't know.
Milan. Okay, so
that's right. We talked about that.
Italy there.
Milan, Italy.
Yeah.
But we won the Olympics again.
Good job,
as
America.
we always do. So we don't even have to have the argument of, well, but China kind of won because they had more gold. No, they didn't. We tied in gold with China. 40 apiece. 40 for us, 40 for China. But we crushed them in overall medals by 35 medals. 126 to 91.
Put that in your pipe.
Japan was third, in gold at least, with 20. They weren't third in overall. That was, looks like, France. France had 16 gold, but 64 overall. So they way overperformed, as the host nation always does. So France had a really good games, and that's kind of fun for them.
And how
it's
many?
Cute. It's adorable.
Total medals, America?
126.
You got 2 to that because Puerto Rico got 2 medals.
Ah, did they really?
We sure did. 2 bronze.
2 bronze. Congratulations on your home people.
Yeah, my country,
the homies,
Puerto Rico,
if you will.
So hang on a second here. I say that we won by even more than that, Pat. Because shouldn't we count all of the
trainees?
The basketball team, the men's basketball and the women's basketball.
Yes.
Right? When they win.
They won.
Right. Shouldn't that count like 10 or 12 medals?
12,
The whole team?
True.
So just keep piling on the number here.
Right.
Do they share that one medal?
So the men and the women both won gold, and they were both fairly close. The men won 98-87. The women won 67-66. Both of them beat France for the gold medal.
And the soccer team won.
Oh, the soccer team got gold?
Got gold as well.
Good.
That's what you get, Rapinoe.
I didn't see that. That's
you
cool.
suck.
That's great because they were eliminated right away last time.
Yep, because of her.
That's great.
Hey, what's going on with the bronze medals that they're passing out? And they're like chipping or they're fading or something.
No way.
And,
Really?
And they're going to get replaced.
Oh,
Can you
wow.
see how that's...
I didn't notice
nasty.
that. Yeah,
Nasty.
that doesn't look good.
So
That's already happened?
Are they spray
It's
painting
been a
them?
couple days. Come
So
on.
what was this? Aluminum that they're spray painting with a bronze coating? I don't know.
Wow.
Or that
That's-
person never took it off and it was just
That's not cool.
getting washed.
Or yeah, it's almost like no, you weren't supposed to peel off the protective plastic covering.
Exactly.
So early on in the Olympics, we surpassed the 3,000 total medals in Olympics overall.
Oh, for real?
We're the only country to ever do that. And this was, I think, our third or fourth most overall medals. In 1984 in Los Angeles, we got 176, 173, somewhere in there. Wow. In 1904, We scored 239 medals. 1904.
Wow.
That was a good team.
So wait on.
239. That's incredible.
May I ask how many countries were at the 1904 games?
3. But no, I don't know. I don't know. We should look into that.
Yeah, because that was the
Not
third.
as many, obviously, and it was pre-Soviet Union. I would imagine Russia was in it. China hadn't really developed yet. So, yeah, it was a little easier back in the day.
13 countries?
13 countries?
Medaled. 13 medaled.
Medaled. Okay.
So I don't know how many were there. But,
okay.
Anyway.
There's kind of a cool story, too, of Kristen Faulkner. She won gold in road cycling. It's a sport she's only done for 6 years. She quit her job as a venture capitalist to train and do it full time. I'm guessing venture capitalism paid more than road cycling, but I don't know. But she was really dedicated to it. She didn't even make the team, though, in this event. She substituted for the qualifier. The qualifier actually dropped out to concentrate on some other event. And then all she did, she shouldn't have even been in the event, and all she did was win the first gold medal for America in that event since 1984.
Wow.
It's been 40 years.
How cool is that?
Really cool.
Yeah. Here's the 1904 Olympics final count. You want to talk about dominance, Pat. You said the 231 medals. Second place was Germany with 15.
Oh, my gosh.
Look at that. Canada.
Wow.
Cuba coming in fourth.
Wow.
Hungary. I don't know what the hell a mixed team is. Norway. I can't see. Austria. Great Britain. Switzerland.
Look up
Greece.
1936. Well, I've wondered what the overall count was in Berlin. Remember when the Nazis were trying to show off how superior they were, and Jesse Owens owned them? Did Germany win that one, though?
I'll get back to you in just a moment.
All
here.
right.
Not at all. And there are 30 countries here. Yeah, they did. I'm sorry.
They did own it.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah. How many?
We don't need to talk about this stuff.
They crushed us in 36?
Yeah, they did.
It
was...
that sucks.
Yeah, it was 101.
For Germany?
Yeah. And second place the United States at 57.
Oh, wow. Sheesh.
There you go.
Okay.
1936 Berlin.
There you go.
Hungary, Italy, Finland, France. Anyway.
Okay.
Wasn't
Finland? In the summer games?
Wasn't the last time France was going to get their ass kicked by Germany, but I digress. What was the... There was another record that I saw. Oh, no. No, it was the chick from Australia. Of course, we can't play the video for you. Did you see her doing her breakdancing?
Breakdancing?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I'll show you.
I was going to say,
I'll show you.
We could literally do, if Kris would just come right here in the middle of the studio.
I can literally show you her entire
demonstrate.
routine.
Why don't you just come in here? Why don't you? I mean, we got a camera that
to show?
Yeah, show the whole room here.
I'll go in
Pat,
there.
I think you'll appreciate this because Kris Cruz could actually demonstrate what an Olympic athlete did performance-wise from Australia, breakdancing. Move the microphones out of your way. I don't want you hitting your head there.
Did she win a medal for this?
She won a medal. She won a plane ticket back home. Here it is. There it is. Look, he's doing it. This is exactly what it was. Nice job, Kris Cruz, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Oh, don't forget to point at your chest. Point at your chest at the logo. There you go. There you go. Yeah, there it is. See? All right. Yeah.
Seriously?
Kris Cruz, an Australia female Olympian in breakdancing. That was an artist
rendition
reenactment. Perfectly done, sir. I don't know what she was. Did we have a follow up? Like, did she just say, "I'm mocking the sport"? It's not a sport.
No, actually, the Australia Olympic Committee came out and said we're sexist, and that's why she didn't win.
Oh wow!
What?
They did an entire.
Wait, what?
I will. We can play that. I will take that. Okay. I gotta catch my breath.
Yeah, I mean it's not every.
Well,
you didn't even get
workout.
to train.
It was a workout.
Train for this
7-Eleven. It was a workout. But I'll have that report because the Australian Olympics said like, oh, there was no she when she was sex, and they went down to her whole story. She was locked up and she just qualified for this. Oh, it was
a
lot of BS.
Yeah, that's funny.
Did Americans win the breaking or whatever they call it? No, that's too bad.
Really?
I thought we invented that.
You're right.
Didn't we invent that?
I think so.
And that was kind of an 80s thing, wasn't it?
In the 80s, yeah. It was a
Why
big thing.
is that back? and now an
Now it's
Olympic
an Olympic
sport.
Are you ready?
Okay.
Canada,
Won? All right.
France, and then United States came in bronze.
All right. So we at least medaled in breaking.
Hang on a second.
All right.
Since I didn't watch a second of this stuff, what is this? Everybody's name starts with B-boy.
Oh yeah, that's your show name.
Everybody's name is B-boy Danny Dan, B-boy Victor, B-boy Jeffro, B-boy Amir from Kazakhstan. I got to see this
Mine
guy.
is B-boy Kris Cruz.
B-boy Kris Cruz. Yeah, right. So,
Well, I mean, you tore it up in here.
Thank
you
you.
tore it up.
Thank you. And by the way, in the women's division for breakdancing, it was Japan, Lithuania, and China.
Okay.
So hang on a second. I think you're right, though. It started in the Bronx. Yeah, it started in the Bronx.
Right. That's a U.S. sport.
Yeah, B-boy and B-girl. I've never heard that. That's what it's like your thing, huh? What year was this? I don't know. I'd like to get a
early
actual read
80s,
on
I
that.
would guess.
So is there a jazz competition? Because we invented jazz, right? I'd like to see us compete in that, huh?
Mm-hmm. Does anybody else do jazz?
Yeah. Is there like Lithuanian jazz? There should be like a
if there's not, there sure should.
There should be a 24/7 live stream of just Lithuanian jazz.
Yeah. All right. It's scorching hot outside, and your bedroom temperature plays a huge role in how well you sleep. If you're waking up too hot or too cold, let me tell you about Miracle Made's bed sheets. They're inspired by NASA. These sheets use silver-infused fabrics that regulate your temperature, so you sleep comfortably all night long. And here's something shocking. Traditional bed sheets can actually harbor more bacteria than a toilet seat. Heck. Yeah. So that can lead to all kinds of things. Allergies, stuffy noses, who knows what. But with Miracle Made, you don't have to worry about that. Their self-cleaning antibacterial sheets, pillowcases, and comforters prevent up to 99.7% of bacterial growth, meaning you stay cleaner and fresher with up to 3 times less laundry. Not only are these sheets great for your skin, but they're also super comfortable. They feel just like, the luxurious 5-star hotel sheets, but without the crazy price tag. Plus, the silver-infused fabric keeps your sheets odor-free and looking fresh longer. Ready to upgrade your sleep? Go to trymiracle.com/Pat to try Miracle Made sheets today. Order right now, and you'll save over 40%. Plus, use the promo code PAT at checkout to get 3 free towels and an extra 20% off. Don't worry, Miracle Made is so confident in their product that they offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. So why wait? Go to trymiracle.com/Pat, use the promo code PAT, and treat yourself to better sleep with Miracle Made sheets.
Pat Gray. Join the conversation, 888-900-3393. Pat Gray Unleashed. We'll be right back.
Welcome. Thanks for being with us. Some tweets here. I'm a lickin' butter tweets, hospitality is when you're treated well at the hospital. Okay. All right. Patriots Beagle 2. Maybe Elon can talk some sense into the Don. Focus.
Yeah.
Keith's Olympic rendering.
Oh.
I think Kyle Rittenhouse endorsed Ron Paul.
That's right. Yeah.
Last time I checked.
Yep. It was a Second Amendment thing.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what it was. Yeah.
Edited for I didn't realize Ron was running. What is he? 98, 103, somewhere in there.
He's getting up there.
Getting up there.
I will say that if America had gone with Ron Paul in 2008 instead of Barack Hussein Obama, imagine the shape this country would be in.
Be different. It would be different. Edited for bias, U.S. got 40 golds, tied with China. We got more overall medals. True. And we won't kill the families of those that did not perform well. Yeah, my wife and I mention that on a regular basis when we see somebody from China not do well. Oop,
Oh, yeah.
they better not return home. Oh, don't go home.
If you got a connecting flight, you might want to not make the second leg of that.
That's for sure.
It's sad, but it's true.
It is sad. And it's sad that they take kids from their parents at, 2, 3, 4 years old and train them in these academies for the rest of their life. And then when they don't win, they're in trouble. It's not good. It's not good. We still kick their ass. Patrick Henry Sr. tweets, instead of handing out bronze medals, the Olympic Committee should have handed out avocados because they apparently have a longer shelf life. Hey-o.
Wait, where's our avocados from Mexico? I feel you're derelict right now, Chris.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie.
He's still derelict.
Wow.
All right.
What in the world?
Sarah the band. That wasn't breakdancing. That was a medical emergency.
Wait. The Australia chick or Chris? I think she's referring to you.
Chris was the rendering of her,
Right.
so it was her medical emergency, I would say. Apparently, they're saying that she didn't win because of sexism. I think you mentioned that. Is sexism to blame for B-girl Reagan's breakdancing failure at the Paris Olympics? Raquel is a lecturer at Macquarie University with a PhD in cultural science. Gunn is also recognized for her research on the cultural politics of breaking. And wrote, is sexism to blame? I'm going to say no. No, it is
Well,
not.
the article said yes. So
The article said yes.
The article says yes. And we can't play the interview because the Olympics said no.
Jeez. Why would they want to be promoted? Why? Is this the last Olympics they're ever going to do, so we shouldn't promote them?
My theory, and I think this is Keith's theory as well, is like it shows a bad side of the Olympics, so they don't want that out there.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Just like the closing
Probably, but we
ceremonies.
can't play anything.
No.
We can't play anything from it.
Some will say the closing ceremony were a little bit satanic.
I saw some of that.
Oh, really?
Floating
Very
around
satanic.
social
I didn't
media.
watch it. So
And I
people are
watched
saying
it,
that was
and-
satanic too, just like the opening?
Yep, and I watched it,
Oh,
and
my-
I agree with them.
Really?
Yeah,
I
you
agree
would
with
have thought
them.
that they would have learned some sort of lesson after.
You would think,
You have
yeah.
2 weeks, figure out something. I don't care if
Jeez.
it's a chick wearing a white dress singing for 2 hours.
There you go.
Like anything would have been better after the first round, but no,
Yes.
the clips I saw from the closing ceremonies, you're
Really?
right. It was
Oh,
dark.
yeah, the guy wearing
Dark.
a gold
Yeah, the,
satanic mask.
and then the crowd of
the
people.
minions look like little demons.
I don't know.
Okay,
These people
come
don't
on.
care.
What are you
They're-
doing?
They're so bold now. They just
Oh, yeah.
don't care.
And I was reading this article about the entrance of Tom Cruise, and it's like, American Hollywood replacing the art of France.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
It was a negative spin on it because the negative American spin in all Hollywood, and so that's what you consider art, satanic rituals.
Oh my gosh, these people are
It's incredible.
just unbelievable.
We're just not in a good place right now.
By the way,
Definitely.
over at BlazeTV.com, someone in the chat suggested that I draw a medal for you for your excellent job
Oh, thank
breaking
you.
out here
Oh,
for
yeah.
us. So I'm
Yeah.
going to work on that during the break, and then I hope
Okay.
you wear it proudly, Chris.
I'll take an avocado, but yeah.
avocado.
Golly. All right. So we've got 2 years until the Winter Games in Milan.
Curling.
And curling.
What?
Can't wait for Italian curling. That should be exciting.
Are
Didn't we
you-
win the gold last time?
Of course we did.
We beat Canada, right, for the gold?
Of course we did.
Yeah. Because curling is so big now in the United States of America.
It's pickleball and curling.
And
They're
curling.
Wait a
next
minute.
to each other.
Hold on. Is pickleball even an exhibition sport? Like, when is that going to be?
I don't think it is yet. Is it?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think so. Yeah, but it should be because, I mean, it's becoming super popular,
Yeah.
at least here. I don't know if that's sweeping the world exactly, but
It's just like midget tennis, really.
Wait,
I
so
mean,
you're telling me
It is.
breakdancing is sweeping the world?
yes.
Okay, got it.
Obviously.
Sorry.
Yeah. All right.
So, do you care about the, generally speaking, the summer games more or the winter games?
Well, I like this. We do better in the summer games.
Yeah.
So we dominate the summer games. We don't dominate the winter games.
What's it going to take to get you interested in curling, Pat Gray?
A change in the sport.
What was that? Wait,
You
hold
make
on.
it football.
That's
If you
not-
made curling football, I'd be really interested.
It's just that simple. It's just that simple.
Yeah, that's all you have to do, though.
Yeah.
Just make it a football game, and I'll watch.
Okay. Well,
I'll watch it.
By the way, I have constructed for our first-rate Olympic athlete, Kris Cruz. Mm-hmm. I have now created for him a gold medal. Some would say that this was on the fly. I say it was made with TLC. Mm-hmm. And here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to put this around your neck during the commercial break. One gold medal.
Nice.
And it has even your name on it there.
Oh,
Kris Cruz.
Most gold medals they don't have the person's name on it. This is that's special. That's really special, Chris.
Now,
I hope you wear that with pride.
It comes with a stipulation, though, Chris.
Okay.
You have to wear it as an American, not a Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
And that will put us over the top. We will have 61 gold medals to China 60 once I present this during the commercial break to Kris Cruz.
I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it.
Mm-hmm. Not sure if you should be playing fanfare so much as the national anthem right now for yourself. You know?
Yeah.
I really appreciate it, by the way, when the athletes treat the national anthem with respect.
Oh.
Noah Lyles actually sang the words after he won the 100-meter.
Brittany Griner cried.
Did she really?
That's what I was reading.
Did she really?
Right?
Wow.
And she was crying, right?
Well,
I know she was tearing up, yeah.
That's new, right?
Uh-huh. And she actually said, didn't
Good.
she say something like, my country didn't give up on me or something like that? What was her quote?
Wow, well, good.
Yeah. Oh, no. Puerto Rican? No, you
Chris,
don't get
you
a
won it
national
for
anthem.
America. No.
No, you were
This is a pretend
you
national
were captured in a war. You don't get to keep your national anthem.
Wait, I don't get to keep this?
No, you don't get to keep this.
No, you don't.
No. Brittany Griner, this one meant a lot to me. I mean, just having a chance to play for gold, represent my country, what my country did for me. Yeah, this is the highest on the pinnacle right there.
Good.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Welcome. 888-900-3393, Pat Unleashed on Twitter. We joined the Kris Cruz, the B-Boy Kris Cruz medal ceremony already in progress.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Proud moment.
That is. Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
I mean, do you love this country or not, sir? Okay. Is he crying? Is he crying?
He's crying, yeah.
Oh,
crying.
my God. He's
look at the
laughing
tears
or
streaming
crying?
down his cheek.
Oh, he's crying.
Wow. Just like Brittany Griner.
Yeah. All right, that's cool.
That's beautiful.
That's gold medal number 61, right, for America?
41, but...
41.
Yeah, 41.
Sorry, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Should be 61. We were a little light on men's swimming medals. We got one gold medals. One. They usually dominate, but they didn't this time. So I think we were a little light there.
By the way, Chris, I don't want to see you even taking that medal on a trip to Puerto Rico. That belongs in America. Okay?
That's right. That's exactly right. Okay. And thank you for your efforts with the breakdancing.
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
How long did you train?
All my life.
Oh, wow.
In between shifts from garden to gate.
Yeah.
I'm going to correct myself. My name is B-Boy Gate Guard.
Oh,
B-Boy Gate
Guard.
Guard.
Okay.
Or gatekeeper, either or, but I think Gate Guard sounds better.
Yeah. Well, it's got alliteration. Alliteration is always good.
It's key.
Yeah. So, in addition to the Olympics ending, we had some interesting numbers rolling in from the Kamala campaign. And another sighting of apparently the current president of the United States is still Joe Biden. Nobody knew that, but he made an appearance, did a little interview over the weekend, which is kind of interesting, and basically admitted that he was forced out by Nancy Pelosi and others. But my favorite quote during that interview was this: "I just had a really, really bad day in that debate because I was sick." And don't forget the jet lag, please.
Well, the jet lag. Yeah.
And Trump screaming in your ear. And your lifelong stuttering problem.
Oh,
what about that?
Yeah.
The sun was in his eyes. The wind was blowing. The fact is, that debate performance wasn't even the worst example of his cognitive decline.
That's true.
We've seen far worse than that over and over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing, is that how many Americans aren't aware of what you just said is a fact?
Yeah.
That's not even the worst.
Probably most.
That's why you have to have more debates with Kamala than, right now we only have one scheduled. Trump wants 3. You got to get as many opportunities when people are watching to see her put her foot in her mouth and make a fool of herself, or hopefully laugh.
Yeah. But the low information voters who believe him that was just one really bad day, that hurts us. And I bet they're wondering, where is he right now? Where is Joe Biden right now? Where is he? Well, he made an appearance on CBS over the weekend.
Yeah, well, that wore him out, and here he was at the beach. Being president.
Was that after the interview? It was just too much for him.
I think they taped that, and then he's like, "Oh, I gotta lean up. No, I can't. Hey, what's my name?"
And then here comes Secret Service to block the cameras.
To block the camera.
Geez.
Chill, people. Chill.
All right.
Oh, good job, Secret Service. Woo! Look at you guys putting an umbrella up. Won't even stand
They couldn't
up.
keep a bullet out of Donald Trump's ear, but they were able to prevent any more recording of Joe Biden. So good for you. Nicely done.
Goodness.
Incredible job. Incredible.
Oh.
I tell you, we're in a weird place right now.
Sure are.
By the way, Democrats have a chance to get rid of Ilhan Omar tomorrow. The guy who lost by 2 points to her last time is in a race with her again. And, maybe they'll follow the lead of Missouri Democrats who voted Cory Bush out of office last week.
Still having primaries going on, huh?
Yeah.
That's interesting. So I was reading the story over the weekend about how during the COVID spending spree, Tim Walz just basically let a $250 million fraud scandal happen under his nose with a bunch of Somali scammers.
Oh, really?
And it's reported that a lot of that money ended up going into Ilhan Omar's coffers, which I'm sure are being put to good use right now.
I'm sure.
Yeah, he could have stopped it and just was like, nah.
This guy is terrible.
Yep.
What a horrific choice he was for her running mate.
Yeah.
If they win.
No. We got to figure out a way to not use that phrase.
I know.
Because every time I hear it, I can't even imagine life after January 20th.
You don't want to imagine. I don't want to imagine it. Oh, golly. Also, monkeypox outbreak in Africa.
Right? Oh, wow.
In Africa.
Okay.
Yeah. The African Center for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC of Africa, said the agency is likely to declare a continental public health emergency over the growing monkeypox outbreak. I'm sorry, the Mpox outbreak, because monkeypox is racist. I'm not sure what race monkeys are, but we don't want to refer to them, I guess. The Africa CDC's Director General, Dr. Jean Kasaya, said that because of the increase of Mpox cases and the continued spread across borders, he had resolved to start active engagement with the African Union member states to prevent the outbreak from becoming another pandemic. They've got a total of 887 new confirmed and suspected cases that have been reported, pushing the year's total to 15,132. Dang. The cases have increased by 160% compared to the same period last year. 16 countries have reported cases of the disease so far, including the Democratic Republic of Congo, which has more than 90% of them, and 461 people have died from it this year. Some countries, Burundi, Kenya, Rwanda, and Uganda, have reported it for the first time ever. So let's not spread that here. How about that? Maybe we could keep an eye on that. I don't know, and just make sure that it doesn't spread around the globe. Is that possible? Yeah. In other international news, there was a Brazilian plane crash over the weekend.
This is bad.
Is it Friday that this happened?
Yeah, it happened Friday afternoon. And the reports are that this was a plane coming back from That was carrying a lot of doctors coming back from like a vaccine and like a cancer convention, and so conspiracy theories are out there. But anyway, it's like it's tragic. Look at this footage; it's just terrible. Look at that. I mean, it just goes straight down. Play it again, Joe. I mean, it is.
Oh no!
Straight down. Yeah.
Oh man,
that's terrible. Yeah.
Wow. Do we know what happened to it?
I haven't seen a cause. Now, the good news about those 8 doctors that were on board, I think what was the total deaths? Was it 62?
62, yes.
Yeah. Okay. And so apparently,
it's amazing anybody survived that.
No, nobody survived it.
Oh, they didn't.
Nobody survived it.
Oh.
So the 8 doctors that were on board that perished, that who knows what kind of hopeful, information they had gathered from that convention. Apparently, half of that group didn't board. They took a different flight instead. So thankfully, they're okay. And I know there was one child on board, right? One child. And I mean, the on the ground footage is just absolutely horrific.
It's wild.
Yeah, we're not playing that stuff.
Yeah, really sad. Wow. Then we have we got body cam footage from Butler and the Trump rally.
Yeah, we didn't play this on Friday.
It has just been, I guess this just came out.
Well, last week.
It was released last week.
Yeah, last week.
Chance to play it.
Yeah.
So it's about 6 or 7 minutes long, and it's scoped down here on this Fox News report that kind of cuts to the chase, so to speak.
Okay.
So.
As this all played out there, and you can check it out on your screen. In the minutes right after the shooting, you can hear the cops talking. One officer, livid, saying he told the Secret Service to secure that roof, but says they just didn't listen.
We have a unit on the roof. I told them to post guys over here.
So check this out. About 30 seconds before the gunman opened fire, one officer had a chance to stop this whole thing, to stop the shooter. The local cop was boosted up by another officer, but when he saw the armed 20-year-old up on that rooftop, he dropped down. Then the gunman started shooting, firing nearly a dozen gunshots into the crowd, nearly assassinating President Trump and killing an innocent man. 2 others, as we know, were badly injured. There were 12 videos released by police today, so we've been looking through them throughout the morning and throughout the afternoon. One video shows, and you can hear these cops talking about how they were watching the gunman for a while, but say they just lost track of him. Listen.
With the backpack on the north side was the gentleman with the flat face that we were looking for earlier. He was creeping people out over Brinkles. He was last seen in the woods by the water tower.
You go, bro? Yes. Yeah, I know. I hear you. We were watching. I know, yeah. We couldn't find him.
God, I couldn't find him.
So do we know why the cop gets boosted up
and then jumps back down immediately?
Didn't he go to his car after that to go get his long gun?
I don't know.
It's like you don't have time for that.
Don't have time for that. No, I don't know
use
why
what you've got.
Down.
I don't understand
because he was holding a AR-15 lookalike weapon. Because he unbuckles it, puts it on the ground, and gets up. So I don't know why he just didn't shoot him with that.
What?
I just don't understand. Because he was armed already.
With
that weapon, yeah. If you look back on the video.
And regardless of what he was armed with, that's what you got, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It reminds me a lot of Uvalde.
Oh,
that's all I'm saying.
No, you're right.
Me a lot of Uvalde, where like you had the chance to stop it. I don't know if he said, "Oh crap, I don't want to die today," but it gives me a lot of flashbacks to Uvalde.
Yeah,
that same cop.
Ah, jeez, very sad. I mean, totally preventable.
Yeah,
on so many occasions. For like 2 hours prior to the shooting, they could have stopped it.
And not in that clip that we just played, but I think I saw something from that batch that said, I told Secret Service, and they said, we got that covered, the building, the AGR building.
Which they didn't.
And he said, his buddy said, when did they say that? When I talked to them on Tuesday. And remember, the Secret Service didn't bother to show up in the meeting the morning of.
Yeah.
So on Tuesday, they tell you you've got it covered. On Saturday, they don't even show up to the meeting, and then this happens. Okay, cool.
Well, and they said, there were 2 police officers, but one of them left, and then he could not get back in. So the other cop that was in that window that the representatives were shooting videos from went downstairs to go get him, and that's when the firing started.
I don't know how that window is ever left.
Yes,
unguarded.
exactly.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
That's the best vantage point of the whole thing. It's harder and harder to believe that it's just mere incompetence.
Yes.
You can't. I mean, come on.
Well, from this agency, too. It's the Secret Service.
Your mission is to protect.
Yeah. Yeah. You got one thing to do at that rally.
You had one job.
One job. And you just were so negligent, or it's on purpose. See, there's only two options there. You're unbelievably negligent, or you allowed it to happen.
And if you're negligent, I feel like everybody should be fired.
No, for sure.
Every single person that had a signature on that piece of paper, from the top to the bottom.
Anybody who decided that, I'm not going to go to that meeting. We don't need to. We're above that meeting. I'm not doing that. They all need to go. Meanwhile, a British citizen has been sentenced for an offensive social media post.
So many are. Do we have the meme there that kind of lays out? Can you put that up there? Full screen 6. Yeah, there you go. Asylum seeker ordered to pay what? £2 a month for assaulting an emergency worker, let off community service because he doesn't speak English. So he's out free. This Mustafa, whatever the hell. Then we got the other guy, Steve Milan, jailed for 26 months for shouting and gesticulating at police.
He shouted at police.
Well,
though.
Well, and gesticulated. Don't forget.
Yeah. So. You don't want anybody who gesticulates. You don't want anybody doing that.
No.
Especially not while shouting.
Yeah.
Because that's scary.
Yeah. So this sentencing, I want you to listen to this Orwellian judge in Great Britain. This is what is happening. This is why people are pushing back on this out-of-control government that we could very well be weeks away from being our reality here, which in some cases has already happened with the guy who posted the, vote for Hillary meme by texting. Remember that guy? I mean, so this is right on our doorstep. Watch this guy.
You have been committed for sentence, having pleaded guilty to an offence of publishing written material which is threatening, abusive or insulting, intending thereby to stir up racial hatred. The context of your offending is that it arises out of the civil unrest and disorder in many parts of the United Kingdom. On the night of the 2nd and 3rd of August, the Britannia Hotel in Leeds was attacked by people who threw missiles which damaged windows. The police were called, and on the 3rd of August, the hotel was locked down for the protection of those who were living there. At the time, there were 210 occupants, many of whom were foreign refugees and asylum seekers.
Pause it for just a sec. All right, this is really disturbing to me. Yes, there's a bigger point here, but can we address the wig?
Right.
It's not 1712 anymore.
Thank you.
Can we stop with the stupid powdered wig thing? Let's stop playing dress up, if we could, please, in British courts and the Parliament. Can we stop with that, please? Please stop. It's time. Do they know it's 2024 and not 1724? Do they know that? Look at that. How ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Why do you continue this charade? I don't get it. But anyway, continue.
Similar attacks to the hotel were launched on the 4th of August. The police attended on each occasion, and units were deployed to safeguard the hotel and to provide an increase in the police presence in the area. In between the two attacks, you took to social media in order to encourage others towards participation in the attacks upon the hotel. As is recognised on your behalf, this offence is so serious that an immediate custodial sentence is unavoidable. Would you stand, please?
Unreal.
The sentence that I pass has been reduced by 1/3 to reflect your guilty plea. The sentence is one of 20 months imprisonment.
For
you
a
will serve
post
up to 1/2 of your sentence
on social
in custody
media
before you are released on license.
Unbelievable.
If you fail to abide by the conditions of your license, you can be returned to prison to serve some or all of the remainder of the custodial term. The victim surcharge will apply, and I will make a collection order.
All right. There you go. He'll make a... So you're not done with us.
Oh, my gosh.
Make sure you're not posting any memes that we don't like.
Wow.
Terrifying.
It is.
Terrifying.
That is. I mean, obviously they don't have the First Amendment in England, but that I thought they were above this. Really? For just a social media post. You're going to put the guy in jail for almost 2 years.
Yeah, it's bad enough that they are opening the gates and inviting the third world to come in and bring all of their problems, including violence and
but that's not a problem. That's all great.
Of laws and women and all that good stuff.
Yep.
But then you've got this happening at the same time when you're trying to push back and save your country. That place is out of control.
Incredible. And we're hot on their heels. Yeah. So, also, we've got some British thought police going on, questioning a woman.
Yeah.
Check this out.
Are you protesting?
Are you protesting?
No. Are you here to pray for the lives of unborn children?
Are you here to pray?
As I've mentioned to one of your colleagues before, I think that's a little bit of a leading question. No, I'm not, actually, today.
Can your actions be carried out elsewhere?
I'm not doing any actions. I'm just simply thinking silently in my head.
Okay, and why have you chosen this location to stand?
This is an abortion centre.
He's writing this down.
I'm praying for those who've been hurt by abortion.
Going through a checklist of questions to ask her about her thoughts.
So, what I said before, are you here to pray for the lives of unborn children?
Are you here to pray?
So, yeah.
I said no.
You said no.
I'm praying for those who've been hurt by abortion.
Hurt by abortion?
Yes, that's right.
Is it illegal to pray in Britain?
A public space protection order in place here.
Yes, I don't know if you know, but I have actually been arrested twice. I've gone to court and been acquitted for allegedly my silent prayers. I've actually received an email from the police telling me I'm allowed to be in this area. I don't know if you're familiar with that situation at all.
Certainly not.
Yes, that's right. That's why I was arrested previously. So yes, I'm very much aware there's a PSPO in place.
Okay. And are you aware that you are breaching the public order protection order in place?
I'm not breaching it, no.
Will you move from here to outside of the exclusion zone?
I don't see any reason why I would need to do that for the reasons I've just explained to you.
Okay.
Right.
So if not, why are you not willing to move outside the exclusion zone?
She's already explained
because
that
of what I've just said, because I don't think I need to move outside the exclusion zone. I've been to court over this.
Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to issue a fixed penalty notice now.
So what am I being issued a fixed penalty notice for?
Because I believe, and my colleague believes, that you're here to protest.
I've just told you I'm not protesting, I'm simply silently praying.
Wow. Oh, that is chilling.
Sure is.
Wow. Welcome to 1984.
Yep.
That is crazy.
And you wonder why the citizens of Great Britain are losing their mind right now.
Right. So it is illegal in Great Britain to pray outside an abortion clinic. Okay, it looks like she's across the street from the place, wasn't she? But she's inside the exclusion zone.
Yes, because they filed a zone, right? So I don't know who filed it, but someone filed a zone saying, hey, this is a protected zone. You can't do that in this zone. That's why he keeps telling her, do you know that you're inside the protected zone?
Yeah, and her thing is, I'm not doing anything that is prohibited within the zone.
I'm just thinking.
Can I not think? Yeah.
She's just thinking.
Yeah.
What are you praying about? We need to know.
No, I'm just thinking.
What are you thinking about?
I'm just thinking about the people that got hurt from abortion.
Why are you thinking about them?
It just makes me sad.
Me and my colleague here, we think that you're violating the law against thinking those thoughts in this exclusion zone.
Exactly the point.
See,
you literally nailed it.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
And like you said, she's been arrested twice, and the court said, no, she's good. So she already knows what to do properly.
Yes, she does.
So well done for her. And Copper, stop reading.
Did he?
I know he's going through.
Did he arrest her or did he just write a ticket?
I don't know that.
Gave her a fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez. That is crazy.
By the way, if you're a cop without a gun, you're not a cop.
They're trying to do the same thing here with the FACE Act. You know, they've done it. In fact, they've done it here to people who have prayed or sang outside abortion clinics. People have been sentenced for that. People have done time for that in the United States of America.
The West has fallen.
Man, this abortion thing is dangerous and evil in so many different ways. Wow. I mean, they love to kill the babies, and you can't even support the babies anywhere near them. Pretty incredible. Overtime coming up in just a few minutes. Well,
this is Pat Gray
later.
Unleashed.